morning, happy May. I would like to call this meeting to order. Thank you all for joining today's our meeting and during our weekly virtual Emirates breakfast meeting. My name is Pauline Lam from Cotai Realty. I'm your May Emirates program chair. A few housekeeping tips. All participants will be muted upon entry to the meeting. Should you have any questions and comments, please enter it into the chat box. Please remember join us weekly as we will have our virtual Emirates breakfast meeting every Thursday at 9 a.m. As always, this meeting is being recorded and will be available on the YouTube channel West and Gabriel Valley Realtors. Please remember to follow WSGVR social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You will also watch all our pre-recorded video on YouTube. WSGVR introduced a new text message service. For updates, text WSGVR to the number 72727. Let's move on C.A.R. Emirates quick tip. Critical changes to C.A.R. Emirates rules and policy arrive May 1st. Enforcement of issues related to our arising from these changes will not begin before June 1st, 2021 to allow for workflow adjustment and education. 14.5, Emirates modification of information. In connection with enforcement of MRS rules and regulations, or as otherwise needed to correct listing information, Emirates staff may modify any field or data point within any listing. 7.22, expiration, extension, and renewal of the listing. The listing broker may modify the status of an expired listing within 7 days of the expiration date. At any time and for any reason, the Emirates has the right to request a copy of seller's written authorization to extend or renew a listing. For more information, please visit cremirates.org website. Today's agenda consists of our affiliate spotlight, Hong Chang Insurance, and followed by our guest speakers, Giuseppe Veneziano, Ling Chow, Bihr, and Vince Veneziano. Just a reminder that to be eligible for today's raffle, you must be WSGVR member and your name must be displayed to win. No telephone numbers will be accepted. Today, our affiliate spotlight will be brought to you by the affiliates committee chair, Sage Gomez, my NHD, and vice chair, Brandon Sabronsky, First American NHD. Now, please welcome the affiliate spotlight. Hong Chang, the floor is yours.
Thank you, everyone. First, I want to say happy birthday to our president, Mindy Yet. Today is her birthday. Okay, and wish her have a wonderful day and the rest of the year. I'm so happy and glad to be a WSGV affiliate member. And thank you for the opportunity to share my story and my life experience during this pandemic as we are in this together. Like everyone, every family in the world, we all missed to have getting together, celebration, and traveling, especially my mom. A couple weeks ago, she sent me a text message with her picture, a birthday picture from the previous years, and a picture of this year birthday party, and with a sad face on her picture. I feel so bad for that. We have a high school reunion every year, and it's canceled this year because the COVID-19. I hope everything can be back to normal soon, and then we have our life back. The only thing that I learned from the pandemic is slow down my footsteps. And because of the stay-home order, I learned a few things. I learned how to bake and how to gardening. And I grow all those things from the seed, like the mango, avocado tree, and the lemon tree. So far, so good. And I'm surprised that if I try a new thing, I was surprised that I can get amazing result. Next, balance. Besides work as an insurance agent, I also do income tax during the tax season. So if you have any question in this area, please give me a call. Thank you everyone for listening and hope you all have a wonderful day. And please remember to call your mom this weekend and wish her a happy birthday. And I want to say thank you to everyone and happy Mother's Day to every mother in this whole world.
Thank you, Hong. What a great sharing of your lovely story. We will now have affiliates introductions, and affiliates, please line up and remember this just a morning greeting, no promotions. The first, Mark Wu, Allstate Insurance.
Good morning, everybody. Mark with Allstate Insurance for your property insurance needs.
Judy Chow, AAA Capital Investments.
Good morning. Happy Mother's Day coming up. I speak Chinese and English. We from your client. I can help them with pre-approval. Thank you.
Yonita Wu, Home Warranty of America.
Good morning, everyone. Have a great morning, and I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day out there. And Hong, I love all the stove plan that you have. So have a wonderful day. If you need any home warranty, let me know. Thank you.
John Wax John Wax as Snap and HD.
Thank you, Pauline. Good morning, everyone. John Wax with Snap and HD Natural Hazard Disclosures. I just want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day weekend coming up. And my information's in the chat. Have a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to all the great information today.
Great. Sandy Franco, First American Home Warranty.
Good morning, everyone. Sandy Franco, First American Home Warranty. Happy Mother's Day this Sunday to all the moms out there. And happy Nurses Day today. 5 of my husband's 6 sisters are nurses. So go nurses.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Teresa Lim, Corinthian Title.
Thank you, Pauline. Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day this Sunday. And I'm here for from Corinthian Title for all your title needs. Call me.
Sage Gomez, My NHD.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and happy birthday, Mindy. And just a reminder to the affiliates, we do have our meeting today at 1. Thank you.
Nancy Chan, Lawyer's Title.
Good morning, everybody. Nancy Chan, Lawyer's Title. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy birthday, Mindy. My mom is going to be 89 years old. I think 90. So happy Mother's Day to her. Thank you so much.
Brandon Sabronsky, First American NHD.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone has, or all the mothers have a happy Mother's Day. And Mindy, happy birthday. And this is Brandon Sabransky with First American NHD.
Annie Fan, Chicago Title.
Good morning. This is Annie Fan, Chicago Title. Mindy, happy birthday. I wonder what kind of birthday cake you're going to get. And wishing every mom happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Tom Zhang, TJ Management.
Good morning, fellow realtors. Happy Mother's Day. Tom Zhang from TJ Management. We help reduce the homeowners' headaches arising from property management, from screening and communicating with the tenants to comparing and hiring repair contractors. We take care of them all. We had 100% collection in 2020. If you or anyone need any property management service, give me a call. Thank you.
Cosmo Sanchez, New M Funding.
Happy birthday, Madam President, and also happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Cosmo Sanchez with New AIM Funding. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Remember, support our affiliates with your transactions. We are so happy to introduce open pitching to our virtual MLS breakfast meeting, but today we have no listing features. At this moment, I would like to call and introduce our WSGVR 2021 President, Mindy Ye, for her President message. President Mindy, please.
Thank you, Pauline. Good morning. Happy May, WSGVR families and friends. Thank you for your loyal support to WSGVR. And I would like to wish all the mothers a relaxing and wonderful Mother's Day this Sunday. With that, I would like to share this quote from an unknown author. Mother holds their children's hands for a short while, but their hearts forever. I feel so incredibly blessed that my mom survived from COVID-19. She was hospitalized last November for about 3 months. So I would also like to thank our directors this morning as our speakers and for their updates. I would also like to share with you, I don't know if you received this similar email from C.A.R. regarding a red alert. Please click on send letters to legislative if you haven't done so. It was sent out this week. It kind of talks about AC 87 to vote on that. I won't cover too much. I think our directors are going to cover that in a little bit. And also SB 6, which talks about property zoning for commercial use to be more easily utilized for housing. And also last week, we had our first virtual legislative update, which was held on Tuesday, April 27. That was about more than 4,300 realtors attended virtually. It was a huge success for C.A.R. If you didn't have a chance to participate, sorry, let me go back a little bit. What Legislative Day is an opportunity for realtors from across California to participate in the meetings with their state legislator to discuss the issues that affects real estate industries. And it's a good investment for your business. It provides opportunities for you to hear state most dynamic political leadership in your state association. So if you haven't had a chance to view that, you still can do it. You just need to download the app called Whova, WHOVA, and then you just need to log in with your NERVS number. It's available on that platform through July 26th and your mobile app until October 26th. Thank you. You guys have a great week and great day. That's all the update I have. Take it away, Pauline.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mindy. What a great message. It's now my great pleasure to welcome our today's special speaker, our C.A.R. directors, Giuseppe Veneziano, Ling, Chow, Bihr, and Vince Veneziano. Now, take it away, Giuseppe.
There we go. I got unmuted now. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. And how cliche as it may sound, happy Mother's Day for all the mothers out there and mothers to be this Sunday. Normally, when we go to Legislative Day, it's always maybe about 3 or 4 days in the past, but due to our wonderful Zoom atmosphere these days, they spread it out over 2 weeks. So we were doing business meetings since April 19th through the 30th. So you can tell it was pretty busy for all of us. And, and so we all had different meetings we attended as normal. If you haven't been to C.A.R. Ledge Day, definitely extend that invitation to go ahead and apply and see if we can get a scholarship to go to Sacramento, which hopefully next year, it's been 2 years since we've been in Sacramento, but hopefully next year we will all be live and present, depending on what's happening in with the rules and regulations these days. I am going to moderate this panel, and I'm going to go ahead and start with Bihr, who among other meetings attended the taxation and local government, and then also federal. So floor is yours, Yin.
Thank you, Giuseppe. Good morning, everyone. As Giuseppe mentioned, I am a member of Taxation and Government Finance Committee and Federal Committee. There were 3 action items from Taxation and Government Finance Committee. The first one was that C.A.R. adopt a support, if amended, position on AB 1203, Burke, which among other provisions seeks to reduce the amount of time that former employees of the assessor's office are restricted from serving on an assessment appeals board and expand the categories of persons that can serve on the board. The amendment would require the bill have a sunset date of at least 3 years. It should be noted that this bill is specific to Los Angeles County. And the second action item from taxation is that C.A.R. adopt and oppose unless amended position on SB 323, Caballero, which would create a 120-day statute of limitations period for certain public utility charge increases unless it is amended to include between a 1 to 3 year statute of limitations to challenge the charges. And again, we should note that the period shall apply from the date of first billing statement. The third action item that came from taxation was that C.A.R. in conjunction with N.A.R. support the exclusion of any capital gain from the income level to which a tax is applied. At the federal committee, reports were made by the following committees. The first one was from Transaction and Regulatory Committee. There were a total of 6 action items. 5 of these 6 action items were recommended by the Wildfire Working Group and were brought forward by the Transaction and Regulatory Committee as action items. They were, number 1, that C.A.R. adopt a watch position on AB 642, Friedman, to increase state fire mapping to include moderate and high fire hazard severity zones, the consequences of which are unknown at this point. The bill also expands building requirements now only applicable to very high fire hazard severity zones to high fire severity zones, the consequences being that these areas will have higher building costs, but more resilient housing. The second action item was that C.A.R. adopt a watch position on AB 968, Fraser, which seeks to require the Natural Resources Agency to research and provide a report to legislature with recommendation on community wildfire resilience certification. The third motion item was that C.A.R. adopt a watch position on AB 1439, Levine, which seeks to require residential property insurance discounts without, at this point in time, actually detailing how such a requirement would function in the insurance market. The fourth action item that came from the Wildfire Working Group recommendation was that C.A.R. adopt a watch position on SB 63, Stern, which seeks to increase fire risk mapping at the state level and expands certain building provisions to the areas newly designated as high fire severity zones. And action number 5, that C.A.R. adopt an oppose position on SB 440 DOT, which among other things seeks to fund a new home hardening program. And it should be noted that this program would in part be funded, which is subsidized by a potential fee placed on non-earthquake insurance policies. The Transaction and Regulatory Committee also made this motion number 6, which passed by C.A.R. Board of Directors. And it is that C.A.R. in conjunction with N.A.R. oppose the reporting of negative credit information on credit reports due to financial hardship caused by COVID-19 currently protected by the C.A.R.S Act and after the act is no longer in effect. Other committees that gave updates and reports were Homeownership Housing Committee, Taxation and Government Committee, which I also belong to and I have just presented, Investment Housing Committee, and Land Use and Environment, which had one action item, and this one will be covered by Veneziano. Somebody is laughing at my report.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for the.
Well, on another note, Giuseppe,
Oh,
the
yes.
Taxation and Government Finance Committee and Federal Committee will be creating a joint working group consisting of members from both committees to monitor proposed tax provisions that may be included in the Federal Transportation and Infrastructure Bill prior to our fall meetings. And our fall meetings will be held in Anaheim from October 6th to October 9th. This working group will advise the committees and C.A.R leadership on pertinent issues and their effect on California real estate. So Giuseppe, this concludes my report, and thank you for listening to my presentation and for your time.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Yin, for the information. As you can see, there's a lot of legislator that always comes down from Sacramento, so our presence there is much needed, so we can sit at the table when they start making these decisions. And Yin, I know you're jumping around between meetings, so she's also our NAR director this year, and there's an NAR meeting that's happening. So I thank you again for taking some time out of your other meetings so you can present to us. Next, I will go ahead and I am going to present a couple of bills that were coming up, coming up in our legislative at Sacramento. So last week on April 27th, we met with our Assembly member Ed Chow, which is always an honor to meet with him at Leg Day. One of the bills that we are opposing, that C.A.R is opposing, is ACA 7, Murat's Tucci, it's hard to pronounce his last name, which seeks to amend the California state constitution to permit local preemption of state law as it relates to land use and planning and zoning. So ACA 7 will make it more difficult for developers to build housing when right now, as we all know, housing is desperately needed. And a little background on ACA 7, under existing law, if there's a conflict between local and state law, the state law generally overrides any county or local ordinance. As you remember back when we first started with the ADUs, and it was brought down by state government in Sacramento, a lot of the local cities and counties were posing very strict restrictions on building or converting ADUs on properties. Even the state of California sued the city of Huntington Beach because they were not following the state law. So right now, ACA 7 would actually amend the California state constitution. So we have constitutions, every state has a constitution. And what it would do, it would prevent California from addressing its housing shortage by basically eviscerating state housing laws. So right now, since 1970, California has been experiencing a decrease in housing building and also increasing in housing shortage. In 2018, the state was noted to have the 49th lowest ratio of housing units per resident, and only had a rental vacancy of 4% in 2020, which is very, very low, which means there's a lot of renters out there. And right now, let's just look at the way housing shortage is. By 2025, we're basically short about 3 to 4 million housing units in order for housing to catch up with the shortage that we currently have. Part of this is due to the reluctance of local cities and government officials like city council members and county supervisors that discourage or limit housing development in response to NIMBY. And NIMBY is the acronym NIMBY, which is not in my backyard, for those that don't know that acronym. So everyone knows what the problem is, but no one wants to put it in their city because they want to keep their housing at a certain level, their median income and all. It's just a snowball effect. So there's so many unreasonable anti-housing growth policies that it's resulted in skyrocketing house prices. It's good for sellers, I guess, but it's not good for buyers when the affordability is really deteriorating from previous years, which causes, it's a chain reaction because it also causes residents that work at in a certain city, like say they work in San Gabriel, but because they can't afford a house in San Gabriel or near city, they're moving to the Inland Empire so they can afford a house, which is causing impact in miles traveled, and also it deteriorates the quality of life. It's less time spent at home with family, and so it's a big snowball effect, as I mentioned earlier. So if ACA 7 is approved, it just basically, it also causes segregation of ethnicities. So it would give cities power to override the state laws, and it'll also further widen our state wealth gap. Basically, you have certain demographics that are not in a they're in a percentile where they're the most working class citizens in California, and it causes a little turmoil where these people are not able to afford houses locally because as of right now in 2020, our median statewide price per house or per unit is $717,000 and some change. So it's really gone up if you think about it. This was supposed to go to the assembly on Friday, but I think they postponed it, and there's still no resolution to this. But C.A.R. and realtors basically are asking legislators to vote no, and I believe there was a red alert that happened recently. So we definitely want to make it known that we want them to oppose this so we can continue with trying to get housing affordability and more homes into California built. The next topic that we spoke with our assembly member and senators was SB 6, Caballero. And basically it's called the Neighborhood Homes Act, and C.A.R. is supporting SB 6. A little background on SB 6. Again, it deals with housing shortages. It's real estate related, and it keeps getting worse. And the crisis does impact middle class Californians, which is proportionally to derived of Latinos and Black Americans. So the housing shortage deprives them of the best chance to accumulate wealth and have security that comes with owning a home, which past generations of Californians took for granted. The study released by the Federal Reserve in 2020 found that Black families and Latinos affordability of homes were 19 and 20% respectively. And that's frankly unacceptable in with C.A.R.'s viewpoint. And that just means a large number of middle-class Californians are being shut out of home ownership. And, you know, our whole purpose is, you know, at West San Gabriel Valley and Realtors and also C.A.R. is to protect private property rights and also promote home ownership. So one thing that the housing supply crisis is doing is also causing this wealth gap. And we all know that. I believe there was a demographic study that showed a few years ago where the average renter would accumulate a wealth of about $8,000 plus or minus a couple thousand, versus someone that owns a home, which can accumulate up to, you know, $200,000-300,000, even more sometimes, just in equity. So that kind of helps with the building the wealth, because they buy a house, they gain equity, they use that equity to move up and buy a bigger house, and it's kind of a trickle effect between buying a house, selling a house, buying a house, and selling a house. So again, we at C.A.R. support SB6, and we urge you to go to your senators, because right now I believe it's still in the Senate, or might just have passed the Senate and going to the Assembly. So just go ahead and make sure that your local legislator supports SB6. And we left with our Assembly member to go ahead and on the ones that we supported. So on that, I am going to pass this over to Vince, because that concludes my report. And Vince will be talking about the home ownership and also land use committees that he attended.
It's my honor to present to you. My name is Vince Veneziano, to present to you on a three committee. One, it's the Scholarship Foundation. The Scholarship Foundation this year, we received 19 applications and awarded $28,000 to young realtor, in which they wanted to advance their career on or become a broker or continue and become a real estate lawyer. If anyone wants to continue, can apply, and it's seeds money over there. On the second committee will be on the homeownership. Homeownership discussed for a few bill which C.A.R. take a position or watch position. AB 793 Erzberg. This bill wanted to overturn the law of vending flavored tobacco. Supporter of SB 793 further argued that the growing market of flavored tobacco product it's undermining Californians' progress in reducing youth tobacco user. And in this bill, since it's not a real estate item, C.A.R. took no position. AB 119 Sales Special District Transparency required county auditors or controller to post a range of combined direct levies access on real property, along with the current tax rate area information on the internet website. And SB 15 Portantino, commercial property conversion in the housing, talking about big commercial property, which like vacant big shopping center to convert on residential. And this bill AB 15, it's introduction of SB 1299 from 2020. C.A.R. just to take a watch position which way turned. The third committee was legislation, which I'm a member also. On the legislation, one bill which created a lot of discussion was the bill that came from land use and environmental on a new construction proposing and talking about the tankless water heater electrification mandate. Since people are not familiar about tankless water heater, they think it's okay and they create a lot of confusion, but that they want is to pass a law in which that all new construction in the state of California will be electrification. That means no natural gas on the new construction, has to be clean energy, but they don't realize that electricity will cost a lot of money to maintain the house. And that's all what I have.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for that report. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different things happening up in Sacramento that we need to keep an eye out because sometimes they aren't looking at the bigger picture and how it affects new development or current homeowners. Next, I am going to pass it off to Ling, who's going to talk a little bit about federal and risk management.
Thank you, Giuseppe. I'm so excited to talk. I finally get a chance to talk. I'm always behind the scene and nobody sees me. I'm just working here. Okay, I am, when I go to C.A.R., I represent our region and our board as the Realtor Risk Management, Consumer Protection Forum, and also the Credential and ReImagine Conference and Expo and Federal. Yim made a report on Federal. I will not do that. And the ReImagine Conference Expo this year will be virtual. It won't be live. There's no expo in Anaheim at all. So they're planning and they're looking to have 14,000 people sign up this year. And they're drawing a new platform. Again, last year was a brand new and this year is a brand new platform. And I relayed the message to them that everybody was hard to find where to go. And also the meeting rooms was closed when the capacity there's a limit on capacity, how many people can go into classes. So again, this year will be a virtual meeting. My next one that I would like to report to you is the Risk Management and Consumer Protection Forum. Because it's a forum, there's no motion action item on this particular meeting, but all region had to make a report on what's happening in their region. So mostly what I hear on the meetings is that, of course, probably everybody experienced the same thing, multiple offers, no inventories, hard to find fire insurance in the area that have fire and high coverage. They're unable to find fire insurance on high coverage. The showing time was difficult to work with. Of course, everybody heard about love letter. Fair housing, there a lot of people are submitting love letter, and some people are saying if you submit your offer with love letter, your offer will not be accepted. And the other thing that everybody was talking about just about everything, the same thing over and over again. But there was one that our region wants me to bring up is that we were experiencing a lot of marijuana lease homes. The homes are leased to people having cannabis growth. The city and the county are suing the owners, not the tenant, because they feel that owner is liable, not the tenant who is the one that's growing marijuana inside their house. So the fines are up to, I heard, with $90,000 owner has to pay. And I experienced 19,000 with one of my owners. So that's one of the things they're talking about. And during the meetings, we have Josh Scharfman from C.A.R, Senior Vice President of Chief Technology Officer, talking about technology-driven environment. And then Gov Hutchison also made a report and making a report and reminding us that this year we have the new RPA coming up in December of 2021. And this consists of 16 pages. Aren't we lucky? We're increasing pages all the time. They love to kill trees, don't they, huh? So we have a class, I believe that our education committee has inquired to have Gov Hutchison as our instructor in November, I believe. And there is a cost. There is a cost, but the cost doesn't come to us. The cost go to C.A.R. But please make sure you take that class, because 16 pages, there's a lot of change. Every page there's a change. Something is changed in there. So please attend that particular class. Make sure you do, okay? And the other, the one thing that Josh was sharing with us is that there is a website called Have You Been Pawned? It check your email and they check your password. See if everybody, how many people, your email hasn't been pawned before. And I checked mine. I have 19. Okay, I have 19, pretty high. My password only 1. So I'm happy about my password, but I'm not happy about my email address. I'll share that website in the chat room with you guys. I also went to NAR, 2 weeks for C.A.R, 2 weeks for NAR. It's a lot of meeting, even though we don't go there, all Zoom meetings. I went to the Federal Financing and Housing Policy Committee with National Association of Realtors. They were talking about a lot of VA loans. Apparently the VA loans has increased, raised to 40% last year. And they're saying that they can give approval letter within 48 hours. They're saying that they're doing much better than before. So I believe that the reason I joined this is because I don't understand too much about first-time buyer, FHA, VA, and all the wonderful loans out there. So I'm trying to learn this, and they brought the guy up and they talk about a lot of VA, FHA and VA, but mostly just giving status. They're not much talking about what's going on, but they're talking. C.A.R is asking the NAR to look into the FHA no flip rules. So 90 days no flip rules on the FHA loans. So C.A.R is asking NAR to look into, with a small, probably a group to task force to look into what's going on. Can we stop that? So 2 weeks CNR, 2 weeks NAR, meeting over our head. I think it's better if we just go 1 week at a time and finish the whole meeting. But that concludes my report, and thank you, Giuseppe, for asking me.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you said, yeah, my password was compromised twice, but it was my old password, so I don't really, I'm like, that was old. I already changed it like eons ago, but it's all good. So thank you for your report. Again, thank you everybody for your time this morning, and want to wish our president, Mindy, a happy birthday. And I pass it back over to you, Pauline.
Thank you so much. So great to hear information from our own WSGBR and C.A.R directors. Appreciate. On behalf of West and Gabriel Valley Realtors, we would like to thank again our guest speaker for their very informative information. Now we move on to lucky drawing, attendance drawing. Please type your DRE member name and email in the chat box when you win the prize. So the first lucky, Tutu, are you here?
Yes, the person is here.
Okay.
I try to unmute him. Yes. Okay.
thank
Please
you.
please put in your email address.
Congratulations. And now we have the second winner. Cynthia Hong.
Cynthia
Hey,
is
how
here.
lucky you are. Always,
Thank you.
always the winner.
Cynthia, please put your email address. Thank you.
The third lucky winner is Frank's High.
No,
Frank's
here.
High is not here. Yolanda Arenas.
Not here.
Not here.
I thought you're going smooth, Pauline. We're stuck on the third one.
Draw me.
Kenny, no, Kenny is not here.
Okay. Try next one.
You are going so well.
The winner is Cheryl Young.
No.
No.
No. Call the people that's here, okay?
Okay. Means
Jessica. Yeah, Jessica is here.
Hung.
Jessica.
Congratulations. Wow, lucky winner, 2-2.
Just hold on, just a second. Let's wait till.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Jessica, Cynthia, and Jessica.
Yes.
Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
Please
Jessica,
make sure.
Your email. We need your email, Jessica.
Email address type into the chat box. Okay. Thank you for the 3 winners. You win $10 Amazon gift card from our board. Okay. They move on next. Please make sure to attend our education classes. A list of upcoming classes is displayed on your screen. May 11, Tuesday, 9:30 to 11 a.m. Tax deduction strategies. Keep more of your money in 2021. May 11, Tuesday, 12 noon, commercial seminar, how to close commercial deals and make more money. May 12, Wednesday, 1 to 2 p.m., glide for forms. May 14, Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., the power of preparedness. This is a paid class. Okay, and CIPS class brought by GBC, Global Business Council. This class will be happen on May 24, 25th, 26th, 3 days in virtual, and June 28 and 29. We'll see when at that time we will do the virtual or a live class. The price is very good. I believe it's a $3.99 for member and $4.99 for non-member. And Ling Chow, Ling, you mentioned for the new RPA class, right? New RPA will be effective to use on December. So we book a very good timing for everyone. It's November 2nd, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. C.A.R. starting teaching through online. The cost is $75, but our board to give the best value of our member early bird, the first 100 person signed up is only $60. And after the deadline of early bird will be $68, still a better price than C.A.R. So take advantage we give our members benefit $60 only, November 2nd. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining our meeting today. Please be sure to join next meeting, May 13th, as we welcome C.A.R. Assistant General Counsel, Mr. Golf Hutchinson, for give us a legal update. Please continue to support our affiliates with your transaction. And WSGVR would like to wish all the mothers a very happy Mother's Day. Have a wonderful weekend. And this meeting is now adjourned. We see you next Thursday at 9 a.m.